The third immutable principle of dynamic culture is to over-communicate the plan. Yes, we're focused on culture. Does culture eat strategy for breakfast? Absolutely. Does that mean you don't need a strategy? No. Strategies are essential. They're very, very important to the success of any team, any organization. You need a strategy. We're not saying strategy doesn't matter. What we are saying is that a great strategy without a great culture will almost always fail. And a great strategy with a great culture will always beat out its competition. So do you have a plan? Do you have a strategic plan? It's astounding how many organizations don't. It's astounding how many organizations have no plan whatsoever. They plan on the run, they plan on the move, they're always operating from ground zero, and that creates a very stressful, overwhelming environment for people. So you need a strategic plan, and you need to update it regularly because life changes. The world moves in different directions. Things happen, as we all know, and at those moments, we can't stubbornly stick to a plan that no longer works. We can't stubbornly stick to a plan that's no longer relevant. At those moments, we have to pivot. We have to pivot quickly. Like entrepreneurs, we have to pivot. The bigger the organization, the harder that is. And the bigger the organization, the more important it is for everyone to be clear about what the plan is. My experience working in hundreds of organizations is that most organizations that even have a strategic plan create the strategic plan. It looks beautiful. They get it bound, look all wonderful, and then they put it in their desk drawer. And about a year from now, when they're doing strategic planning again, they pull it out and they say, oh yeah, I forgot about that bit. Oh, we did all right in that bit. Strategic plans don't belong in desk drawers. They should go everywhere with us. They should be a part of conversations all the time. So have a plan and refer to the plan as often as possible. The mistake we make is that we feel like if we repeat ourselves, we'll look like an idiot. Not actually true. This is the path of the genius. It's the path of the genius, not the path of the idiot. Think about the best marketing campaigns in the world. What do? They take a very simple message and they repeat it over and over and over and over again until it is in the hearts and the minds of their target audience. As a leader of any type, in business or in life, in any type of organization, we should be asking ourselves, what is the core message we're trying to communicate? And then repeating it over and over and over again. A mediocre leader says, well, I told them once. Isn't that enough? No, it isn't enough. You know, there's one piece of the book I share with you. It's on page 113. The first time you tell somebody something, chances are they're distracted or focused on something else. It takes time for them to focus, so they catch the end of your message and ignore it. The second time you tell somebody something, they think to themselves, this is his message of the week. I'm busy this week. I'll catch next week's message. The third time you tell somebody something, they ask a question, which makes you think they're engaged. They're not engaged yet. They're not even interested in what you're saying yet. The reason for their question is they want to know how what you are saying is going to affect them personally. The fourth time you tell somebody something, they think to themselves, this must be really important, because this is the second time she's telling me this. The fifth time you tell somebody something, they ask another question and then listen to your answer. They're testing you. They're trying to see if you can be trusted. The sixth time you tell somebody something, you have their attention for the first time and they're really listening. And the seventh time you tell somebody something, they might actually hear it in the way you were hoping they would hear it the first time you said it. Marketing geniuses understand this and they repeat their messages over and over and over again. They don't change the message every week, they stick to the message. Develop a strategic plan. Decide what the very core of that message is and repeat it over and over and over again. Culture eats strategy for breakfast? Yes. Does that mean we don't need a plan? No, we need a great plan. We need a fantastic plan. Culture then is what activates that plan in a powerful and dynamic way. And along the way, you have to remember one thing. Almost everything we do at Floyd is based on this single principle. Systems drive behaviors. Systems drive behaviors. Culture is a system. A strategic plan is a system. The way you communicate is a system. Systems drive behaviors. Very often we see a behavior in our organization or a behavior in our audience or among our customers, and we think, oh, we've got to stop that behavior. Wrong. You have created a system that is driving that behavior, that is creating that behavior. Don't worry about the behavior. Work out what the system is that is creating that behavior. Recently, the airlines decided that you have to pay to check your bags. People don't want to pay to check their bags, so what do? They bring everything onto the plane. So what happens? It takes 3 times longer to load a plane today than it did 3 years ago. What happens? On-time records for flights plummet. Systems drive behaviors. It's everywhere. It's fascinating when you really think about it. Everywhere you look, everything you experience, there's a system that is driving the behavior. So, come up with a great strategic plan and then work out what are the systems that will drive the behaviors to accomplish that phenomenal strategic plan. The third immutable principle of a dynamic culture is over-communicate the plan.